to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that are scattered across the four corners of the earth. They look like the other nations. Got to give all praises to Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi. Call Halal, Halal, Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Wakaha Qadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who led me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, to show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are a part of the elect, whomever they may be across the four corners of the earth, and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we be part of that number. Lord willing, this be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, and is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. This is a sincere salutation for all the Akim that have been pushing this truth, believing this truth across the four corners of the earth before me, and whomever the Lord may bring after me. Lord willing, we all stay in the spirit. And this is also a sincere salutation to all the Aqua, all the women who have been tuning in and coming to humble themselves in the sight of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi, in humility, and to aid his flock and his men. Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 1. So the title I have for this lesson is DCMA launches an international central bank digital currency, which is a CBDC, various end time topics as well. So I seen this earlier today. Well, it was yesterday before I went to the plantation, and now they have it's lucky. They have stepped up, another part of this Karagma system, this MOTB system. Okay, and this DCMA is the Digital Currency Monetary Authority. So now they have an authority they have established, launches an international central bank digital currency, which is a CBDC we've been hearing about. So we're going to read a little bit about this. Washington, April 10th, 2023, PRN Newswire. Today, an International Monetary Fund, IMF, Springs Meetings 2023, the DCMA announced their official launch of the International Bank Digital Currency, the CBDC, the MOTB system. Okay, that's going to be the format for the Karagma, the grain of rice, the C-hip. The grain of rice you put in your hand, you can scan your door and get in your door. Amazon's been pushing it everywhere. And now places like Panda Garden, they're not taking cash no more, and they're going to be implemented. There are a lot of places going to start doing this. So it strengthens the monetary sovereignty of participating central banks and complies with the recent crypto assets policy recommendations proposed by the IMF. Universal Monetary Unit, which is UMU, symbolized as ANSI character. U is legally a money commodity. You can transact any legal transgender or any legal tender settlement currency, and functions like a CBD to enforce banking regulations and to protect the financial integrity of the international banking system, which means total control. Banks can attach SWIFT codes and bank accounts to a UMU digital currency wallet and transaction SWIFT-like cross-border payments over digital currency rails, completely bypassing the correspondent banking system at best priced wholesale FX rates and with instantaneous real-time settlement. So they're going to try to get people to go into this in a way of making it seem like it's more appealing than what's going on right now. You know, they're trying to make it appealing because that's how these devils have to convince Jake. They have to make it seem convenient. They have to make it seem like it's useful. You know, that's how they always get Jake. Come and say, yeah, this is the new thing. You know, the iPhone 28. Come get this. You know, it's gonna make you do whatever. You know, that's how they do. So I got another couple videos another couple slides, and we're gonna put in some precepts. So it says Montenegro's central bank to test CBDC with Ripple. The central bank will identify the practical application of a digital currency and come up with a design to simulate its circulation. So they're improving it day by day. The Central Bank of Montenegro, or CBCG, plans to develop a pilot program for central bank digital currency with a blockchain provider, Ripple, even as it uses the euro, its de facto currency. Central bank will identify practical applications of AC, it's basically as well. Accumulation. So that's them doing, you know, and now you got right here, as here's what's happening to the dollar. The U.S. stocks face a 50% crash. A crypto apocalypse is coming. And the economy is entering a doom loop. Here are the 10 wildest predictions of the quarter. But we don't want to get into the predictions because we don't need predictions. We have precepts. So first, I want to type in that word doom loop and see what that means. It says a doom loop is when one negative event triggers another, which turns and triggers a new bad event or worsens the first. So that's what's happening in America, Babylon the Great. It's going to go like, you know, Jacob's Trouble was MOTB getting established, you know, along with famine and drought and everything else. World War III. And then we out of here. Lord willing. Part of that number. You know, America, Babylon, Blade getting destroyed. Okay, that's going to be the third thing happening to us at the same time. Lord willing, we're part of that number getting beamed up out of here so we can get out of here while everybody else is left here. Okay, face the Yahawashi. So we're going to get rid of those. Lord willing. Not having it. Okay, well, I'm not having any buffer. We're going to get back. We're going to put in some precepts. Alrighty. So Lord willing is edifying to the flock. We're going to go with 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. Or chapter 2, verse 3. Okay. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, which it did. Oh, Shalom. Shalom. on Yahawashi, Atham. Okay. And we finish reading this. So it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. When you look up the word perdition, it means to be sentenced to death. That's what's going to happen to America, Babylon the Great. So verse 4 reads, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called who is called God, which is Yahawah, or that is worshipped, so that he as God that sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So this is basically saying that Yahawah is using these people who have control of this monetary system to show that he is in power. He's the one really in power, and these demons think they're in power, you know, and they're not. Bahasham has, you know, everything in his hand. You know, he has control of everything. So this is some of that GMS in this likeness put on the comment board. It says, my bowels, I am pained at my very heart. My heart maketh a noise in me. I cannot hold my peace, because thou hast heard, O my soul, the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war. And that's what's coming, that alarm, you know, and the alarm is coming from his mouthpiece, the men of the Lord, you know, starting with Great Millstone and the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down to their men, you know, their teachers and elders and uncles and, you know, younger brothers, and then down to the followers as myself, you know, coming to help join the fight. So I'm going to do John 17, verse 2. And it reads, as thou hast, wait, 17:12, Salakia. It was okay, yeah. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in my name. Those that thou gavest me I have kept, and none of them I lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled. And that son of perdition is Esau Edom. He's going to be destroyed. And that's part of the prophecy. That's what's coming to pass, you know. And you know, they're pushing this, they're getting this system going out that DCMA, I don't know if you see it yet, but I'm gonna pull it up one more time. This is what they just came out with. I just want to show you real fast, instead of you having to go back and watch the part of the video. So right here, I can just pull it up real fast. But they naming it the Digital Currency Monetary Authority. So now they have an authority set up over this. So this is their next step to pushing that Karag man. So, you know, this is big. This is big, you know. Of course, you know, y'all been talking about it for years, you know, and here it is, you know, and we believe you. You know, we're seeing it happen right before our eyes, and it's moving fast, moving real fast, and they're setting it up. So I just wanted to show it. You know, it just kind of it kind of explains. You know, we know what it does, but I got another precept I want to put in. Let me see. Make sure you didn't. Okay, just checking the comment board. Okay, so 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 9. And it reads, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. See, a lot of people are going to fall into this that got money, they got all the goods, they got provisions here. So a lot of them are going to fall into that system because they're using that authority system is going to come. They're going to come all smooth and swift with it and be like, oh, you know, you can use it for this. It'll help you do this. So while everybody else is losing their money. So this falls into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. And that's what's happening. They think they winning, and they going further and further into that pit of destruction, which is the intercontinental ballistic missiles coming from the other nations. So this is Revelation 17:11, and it reads, "And the beast was and is not," because they say that the MOTB system isn't here. They say it's not real, but it is. But it's not going to be pretty soon. It's going to get destroyed. "Even he is the eighth, and is of the seven, and goeth into perdition." So we know that's basically Rome coming back as America Babylon the Great, the revived Roman Empire. We know that this place has the Republicans and the Democrats. Rome had the Flavians and the Patricians, and they both had Colosseums, and those same spirits that was in the Colosseums back then that were gladiators and now, our football players and athletes. They're doing the same thing they did last time, So, and I'm going to just stop right there, and I want to put in a couple more videos. So right here it says U.S. and Philippines begin largest ever drills after China exercises. So this is showing that America is getting a few people who they think is on their team. According to Obadiah chapter 1, verse 7, everybody's going to betray this place, as we know. But this is them, Philippines over here acting like they rocking with the U.S. Couple of them, keeping tabs on them. U.S. is wondering how all their private information got leaked, because they're getting they're laying traps for them. They're deceiving them. And then right here, talking about deadly landmines killing hundreds of people over there. Okay, so I want to put in a couple precepts that's gonna kind of tie into why I'm pulling these up. But yeah, it's thousands, it's hundreds of people over there just walking around and just getting blown up. Okay, just stuff like this is coming to America. Stuff like this is coming to America, Babylon the Great. These doggone Edomites trying to protect their land. Okay, that they're gonna lose. This place is gonna turn into a battlefield. The only thing that's making out of here is the elect of Israel. Lord, what are we part of that number? But He will guide us in that time. We have faith that He will. And He said He would. He's not going to go back on His word. We just have to defend Him and defend Israel and guard the flock. Keep checking ourselves. Keep coming to repentance and things that we make mistakes on. Lord knows our sincerity. He knows that we really care. That's what we out here for the elect, to wake up. And that's what I was talking to my camp leader, GMS Brightburn 144. I was talking to him about it, and we were just kind of fellowshipping in the spirit earlier tonight about how, like, what's the point of being here if you're not here to help wake up the elect? You got a lot of people, just get on the comment board and say Shalom, don't got no lessons, don't got no videos, don't go to the highways and byways, don't share other brothers' videos, ain't trying to really do the work. What you doing here? We here to wake up the elect. That's it. And help the brotherhood, because in my heart, I believe, and all other brothers, I believe, we can't say we part of that number, but the way it's looking, we got a better shot than these other people. So, Lord willing, we continue. So this is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. People getting blown up by landmines. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents. And when it's talking about your spiritual parents. People have been disobedient to Great Millstone. They don't to the elders and apostles. They want to scoff the elders and apostles. You got these young guys coming out here talking about they know better than the elders and apostles. Damn well they don't know more than the elders and apostles. They've been out here longer than we've been alive. Okay, there's no way that we some new guy just gonna come up and be no more than them. Okay, we wouldn't be there without those men, and because Yahawashi placed them there. According to Titus chapter 1, verse 6. There's elders ordained in every city. Men shall be covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers. Been a lot of that, and the Lord put the spirit on me to kind of deal with there's been a lot of false accusation when it comes to a lot of the women that come across Great Millstone too. As we had that one lady who tried to come up, try to talk about the whole grape doctrines off and other, like, man, you finna get murked for that. There's even some that don't even speak, and they don't understand that if you a lady of the so-called lady, you claim yourself to be of the hopeful elect, there's certain things that you need to be like. You got to be like Sarah. With Abraham, you can't just say you a lady of the hopeful elect and then not be planning on, like, how you gonna be in the truth for all this time and you still ain't got a husband. But then they say, well, that you ain't came at us. We ain't supposed to come at you. We the prize. You supposed to come at us. This is unflipped. Okay, you're supposed to come and try to show us that you can be an aid to us. The Lord said we're not even supposed to be looking for women like that. If you had a wife, don't look for a woman. But it says that it's coming to that time where, 7 women will take hold of one man, which we know means completion. So we don't know that number. But we know it's going to be more than one, So if they not got that in their minds, then they not going to be ready. A lot of these women thinking like, oh, if I just follow, watch videos, and be diligent, just be humble, then I'm good. No, and it's better for the women that's in this right now to go ahead and take your shot. Because I got a testimony I want to do about it. I don't want to get too much into it, but I got a testimony, Lord, things, and it's a testimony I want to share with the brothers. I thank you, Bahasham, Yahawashi for it. It was really what I wasn't expecting, and it's a blessing. So without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahawah, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. And that's what happens to a lot of people. A lot of people get in the truth and be, I love this truth. And then they learn, you can deal with your cousin. They learn stuff like doctrine. Then they get all offended out. Well, not the true men, not the true believers of Yahawashi, all his race is righteous. And I tell somebody they face the truth. You got a problem with it? You got a problem with me? You got a problem with the Lord. So let's read this. That's exactly what we're talking about. Water. GMS in his likeness. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall perish. And that's what's going to happen to these people. And that's even for the people who are not speaking lies openly. If you got ill will toward the hood, and that's the thing. They think they can just think negatively about the men and think the Lord ain't seeing that, man. He's very picky with his women. You know how it was when we used to go to war, because we had to be there at some point. When we used to go to war, we used to take all the spoils and everything. And that was that one time, all those women who seduced Jake to basically follow false gods. He said, kill all of them. He said, only leave the virgins. He picky with his women, and so should we be, But well, our righteousness is filthy rags, so we can give and take. It's all about the sincerity of that woman, and if she's willing to, submit. They think it's like a hookup thing. No, this is to keep you from getting hit with 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's why you're getting with one of these men, okay, to ultimately be saved. Lord willing, if they part of that number, you got a better shot doing that and just sitting there thinking that nothing's gonna, you're just gonna get beamed up. You got to have a husband, okay. But I'm telling you, the testimony I got it's very. I hope it edifies the flock. But we're gonna go right here to Proverbs chapter 31:30 from GMS and his likeness. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. And that's what they don't get, That's what they don't get. They think like just because we go and put out, all these 2/3, and it's mostly the Judite women. There's a lot of Judite women who've been a little nervous trying to approach the brothers, you know. And I don't want to get too far in my testimony. Like I said, they a little nervous, but they don't understand that we not gonna. It says that we're gonna become one flesh with you. Then that means like we're not gonna treat you like that. You're not 2/3. We're gonna honor you. We're gonna praise the Lord. That, hey, He gave me a good, honest woman that's really looking out. We still gonna have the Lord first. She's gonna sit in the back. But any woman who claims she's a lady of the hopeful elect, that's what she wants to do. But yeah, it'll be a good testimony for those who tune in, Lord willing. It is. I'm gonna keep going, getting all excited because I've had a long talk with my camp leader about it, and he was excited about it too because it's not a topic that a lot of brothers talk about. So we're gonna get past that and that. Now we got right here: prolonged high inflation dims outlook for world economy. Outlook for the world economy this year is dimmed in the face of high inflation, resulting from the collapse of two big American banks. So they still, it's basically the inflation and everything on these banks that they have purposely crashed like they always do. It's like to that point to where America's economy is on the IUIC right now, and they just pumping whatever fluids they got left in it. And while they're doing that, they're getting that monetary system in so it can crash. And at the same time it crashes, they come out like superhero, like, hey, we got the way out, But we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. So we're not finna fall into none of that. We're not finna fall into none of that. And so we're gonna get back over here to some precepts dealing with that. We're gonna do Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 6, and it reads, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, talking about coming up against Esau Edom, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that layeth himself with this clay, which is debt. That's debt. And for the new people, who come across the page, who are just, new coming in, we us followers of GMS and GMS, they study, they look up words. This is one of the words.
Strong's H 5671, Avteet. Avteet.
And that means weight of pledges, heavy debts. See, they don't show stuff like that in the churches. That's how, like it says in 1 Corinthians chapter, it must be heresies they manifest to unto you who's the prophets. Anybody who really loves the Lord, who really loves Bahasham, Yahawashi, it's plain to see that great millstone are those men. There's no way they can't be. Everybody else talking about something completely different that the Bible's not pulling up. They're not showing words. They're not breaking it down. They're not being honorable. They have these other camps that don't have no dignity, man. I didn't even ever watch any other camps. I found out about Great Millstone, and Great Millstone taught me this is why the Lord bring you here and not anywhere else. So this is let me see before I do that. I'll do that next. But okay, Jeremiah, it says, they shall die grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be a dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine. And that's what's coming because it's inflation, that they crash in $1, and their carcasses shall be as meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. That's what's coming. And that's what it says, for thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament or bemoan for them. We're not going to be feeling sorry for these people. Been out here warning them every day, waking up diligently serving the Lord, blood, sweat, and tears, you know, for I have taken away my peace from this with the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies. Lord, all the other, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we heard it. We're going to find out either you lying or the Bible lying. Because he just said, ain't nobody finna feel sorry for you if you are not looking for, if you're not searching for Yahawashi. Just like that one dude who he went and was all trying to make everybody feel sad that she didn't get that food, that DoorDash, and she gonna go up there. She gonna go up there and talk about she don't got the food. Well, hey, bro, you not even serving Yahawashi. Lord don't care about you. He don't care. And this is what we hope for. This is what we look for. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven, which is Yahawah, set up a kingdom, which is this spiritual tabernacle, this government system. Okay. And anybody with a doggone brain knows that's Great Millstone. Set up a kingdom, be destroyed, and the kingdom shall people, but it shall, Salakia, but it shall break in pieces kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. And somebody came on this comment, you gonna touch Dubai? I'm like, come on, man. It says all the kingdoms. Nobody's gonna be left. We need it. Wrong. But until then, work. We're gonna exalt the name of Yahweh. Oh, see, every time I start getting on fire, Esau even start messing with my internet, man. He don't like me. I don't care. I don't like his ass either. Fuck him. So Ezekiel, we're gonna read what you put in there at the water. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 3 reads, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, and they shall know that a prophet had been and they ain't gonna know until then. You know, Lord cold, he want to catch you lacking. The elect. He's all, you know, come on, man. Okay. But yeah, he want to catch you lacking. That's how we're sleeping. That's why he put the spirit on to sleep. So this is Luke chapter 1, verse. He shall reign over the house and his kingdom, there shall be no end. And that's what we're waiting for. This is what we're fighting for. That's what we're going to always, this is what we're going to preach. They hate that. They hate that we do. We're going to deal. Wait, let me go ahead and deal with this, because this is something that I seen yesterday too. And another brother, he seen it too, and I shared it. But they talking about you could upload dead loved ones to your computer by the end of the year. So this is some demonic stuff right here. You see how they got him in there with this little baby. You know, I don't know if that's got nothing to do with it, but you know, this ain't right. Okay. You know, this ain't right. This is all the way wicked. It's an AI system that can learn it can learn as much as it could about the deceased individual. So basically, you're gonna be talking to an AI, and it's gonna sound like your mama. That's wicked, man. That's this devil gotta go, man. We gotta get out of here. We're gonna pull up some precepts about it. Leviticus 19:31. This devil wicked. This devil wicked. He got to get out of here. And it reads, regard them that have familiar spirits. He said, regard not them, Salakia, that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. No, they over here seeking for some robot to talk to their ass and make it sound like it's they mama or something they lost, man. That what is that gonna do for you? That's the most wicked thing you could ever do. Chapter 8, verse 19. When they shall say to you, seek unto them that have familiar, and unto wizards that people seek unto their God, Yahawah, for the living to the dead, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not, it is because there is no light in them. They seek after these false gods, they seek after all this wicked stuff. You know, we don't got no time for that. And that's why Elder Manas Abak said, don't even pay attention to these demons. Don't pay attention to them. Okay, this is not the time to be, you know, going back and forth with these demons. Okay, they need our energy. We're not gonna give them not one lick of it. We ain't giving them nothing. They can sit there and bug out and scratch their head or do whatever they're gonna do. So Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11, put on the whole armor of Yahawah, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You know, we're standing against, this is the wiles of the devil. Wiles means trickery. You know, this is his tricks. And you got a lot of people gonna fall for this stuff, man. Talking about you can talk to your grandma. You can talk to your grandma, man. You talking to sponge. So this is, you know, I try to keep this real simple with this topic. You know, it's simple. You know, it's you gotta know the Lord is bugging these people out. That's what it said. Don't worry about it. They supposed to do that. You know, so it really makes sense why he does that. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. But we are not ignorant of his devices. We are not ignorant of this bullshit he got set up. Talking about you can talk to your mama for $2. No, we're gonna get rid of this too. Make sure, because the less tabs I got, the less stuff I got. Okay, so right now it's talking about how Russia plans to use technology to crack down on draft dodgers. So them doing stuff like this is basically there's definitely going to be a draft over here. They have way more soldiers and volunteers and everything over there than over here. Everybody over there has been waiting to take down this place. Okay, and everybody over here is like, kids is like, nope, we're not even satisfied with the break. The kids trying to kill themselves and do all that. So we know, you know, I don't want to get too deep into it. We know what they do. They come up with all this stuff. We just know that the dodge the draft over there. But over here, there's people that are terrified of it. Okay. I don't want to go fight for this whack, broken down country. Talking about make America great again. What, when you was lynching Jake? When you was killing us in the streets? Nah, man. This place ain't great. Okay. This place needs to get destroyed. Okay. And we've been waiting to talk about it. Okay. I know people been talking about it longer than me, but as soon as I got the chance to talk about it, I'm over here talking about it. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto Yahawah, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciousness. The reason why I want to pull this up is because it's going to be a terror to people whenever our words come to pass that are true. Saying you didn't want to serve Yahawashi, you want to just be halfway with the truth and just, you know, Kind of like, yeah, you know, I watch videos. I'm in the truth. No, you're not. You're not born again. You got to be all the way in here, you know. And they're gonna get drafted. You know, they're gonna get drafted to World War III. They're gonna be terrified. You know. So Isaiah chapter 30, verse 31. And it reads, for though the voice of the Lord, Bahasham, Yahawashi, shall the Assyrian be beaten down, which smote with the rock. And this is what's coming, you know. They will be beaten down, okay? The same ones who was enslaving us, you know, after this war passed. So Psalms chapter 9, verse 20 reads, put them in fear, O Lord, Bahasham, Yahawashi, that the nations may know themselves to be but men, Selah. And that's what the Lord's going to do. He's going to put them into fear, okay? All these people who thinking that they can just do whatever they want and they could just whatever, okay, we're going to find out. Psalms 119. You know, a lot of these people, they think, you know, they can just play around with the messengers of the Lord, man. The Psalms 119, verse 120, my flesh trembleth for fear of thee, for I am afraid of thy judgments. We are afraid of Yahawashi, Yahawashi. What do you think we're doing this for? We're not trying to get caught lacking with Yahawashi, Yahawashi. You know, this is another terror of the Lord. Before I put in these other things. You know, landslides, all types of stuff. Right here, Louisville, Kentucky gunman kills 5 in bank shooting. 5 people got killed. You know, they were, you know, whatever age they were. You know, how many mass shootings have been here in 2023? Let me see. This is the fear of the Lord right here. There have been at least 146 mass shootings across the U.S. so far this year. See? In the last 3 years, been 600. Almost 2 a day on average. Okay? This place needs to go. Okay? This place is wicked. Okay? So now we got it right here. Says Hezbollah fires over 36 rockets after Israel storms the mosque. World at war. See, they're saying world at war. What's that talking about? World War III, man. It's coming. It's coming. Maybe I'll play a little bit of it. Yeah, it's
The trouble began in the early hours of the 5th of April, when Israeli forces had stormed inside the Al-Aqsa Mosque premises. The worshippers inside the mosque were subjected to flashbangs and stun grenades. Scenes of Israeli soldiers beating up the Palestinians inside the mosque have drawn widespread condemnation. But a spark of violence ignited in Jerusalem seldom remains confined to this ancient and holy city. And since then, Israel has bombed Gaza. Hezbollah has fired rockets into Israel from southern Lebanon. And the spiral of violence in the Holy Lands is on the cusp of going out of control all over again. This is in fact the 3rd year in a row that violence such as this is being witnessed in the Holy Lands? Why is it that when the Jewish festival of Passover coincides with the Islamic holy month of Ramadan, do the Holy Lands erupt with such gruesome violence?
Because they're not Israel, okay? But we talked about this in another video. But I was trying to just show there's a lot of rockets that are shooting over there, and they're saying that they're the people of the Lord. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, West Indian, Haitians, we ain't shot no rockets. But how are we the problem? I thought they was Israel. They shooting rockets all over the damn place. And they said, I thought they said they were, if they go live according to the scriptures, it says they don't battle against flesh and blood. Well, it sounds 36 rockets. Sounds like a lot of battling against flesh and blood to me. So right here, it said Pope could have died when hospitalized last month, he told Italian man. So this guy, that's the false prophet, the Roman Catholic Church. So we're going to put in a couple precepts. Don't matter who you are, you can be the Pope. The Lord wants to kill you, he's going to kill you. He wants to hurt you, he wants to hurt you. He wants to heal you, he wants to heal you. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. So there's nobody there but Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any man, or neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Revelations chapter 20, verse 10. And it reads, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. And the false prophet is that Roman Catholic Church. They're going to be burned up with all these evil, wicked works. Till then, Lord's going to be making them sick and fucking them up and, you know, all that. So I'm going to do a couple videos showing the disasters and the fear of the Lord that's been going on in Turkey and other places. I don't know why he got this sideways. Okay. Look out there, it's water, but it's freezing. Like they out there really, ooh, the whole table got picked up. Ooh, man. Turkey is getting just destroyed, man. The Lord got some real mad. He's mad at a lot of nations, all of them. So he angry with the wicked every day. Look at that. That's the hospital. Straight water. What you gonna do with that, bro? He had a squeegee like that's gonna do something, bro. You tripping, bro. Hold on, that's how Esau Edom is. Right there. Let's go back. That's how Esau Edom is. Right there, this guy. He done did all this. He gonna try to cover it up with a damn squeegee. Esau Edom, man, you duckhead ass nigga. So this is wildfires in South Korea. Just gonna play a little bit of it. Burning stuff to the ground. More than 300 residents forced to flee from their homes. See, American Babylon the Great ain't went through nothing like this before. This mass chaos. Everything on fire. Look at that, man. It's fire, man. You just sit in your house and you just run outside. Everything get burned down like that. What you gonna do? Can't just go back to your house. You know, this is why we need Bahasham, Yahawashi. He's gonna be the only one who get us through stuff like this. We're gonna use a water hose. People crazy, man. So that's a little bit show, a little bit terror of the Lord, some more terror of the Lord. This was going on in Saudi Arabia. All they stuff frozen after they flood. Whew. You know, more floods. And we got in Italy. Dog. Oh, this is in Sicily. It's lucky. And this is nothing. We ain't even seen nothing yet. That's just a little bit. And they're right here, they're talking about it's 9 for gas-powered cars. On Wednesday, Environmental Protection Agency plans to announce tough new tailpipe emission standards designed to effectively force the auto industry to phase out of the sale of gas-powered cars. It is ambition and risky. Yes, because there's tons of people out here who don't have no money to just go get an electric car. Way more than there is than not. So we're gonna see what you do since you don't believe in Bahasham, Yahawashi. We're gonna see what you do. I'm not talking about the believers. I'm talking about the ones that don't believe. Okay, so we're just gonna do this and we're gonna close out Romans 7:23. Try to do at least an hour. So this is what I want to end off with this because so Romans chapter 7:23, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members. O wretched man that I am, and I am who shall deliver me from the body of this death. I thank Yahawah through Yahawashi Mashiach our Lord. So then, with the mind of myself, I serve the law of Yahawah, but with the flesh, the law of sin. And this is the balance. This is the battle. The battle is yourself resisting your fleshful lusts and desires, you know, and doing this work. You know, that's what we do. You know, we fight this flesh. We fight everything, you know, that Bahasham Yahawashi is fighting against. Okay, which is all the lies and deceit that they have put on Israel. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites scattered across the four corners of the earth that look like the other nations. Got to give all praises to you, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Got to give double honor to those and the apostles, great millstone, and the water for your precepts. It's always much appreciated. So shalom for tuning in, and anybody who comes in after. And Lord willing, we get to do another video. Wow, a ball. Shalom.